I don't have to worry about graph paper for this one. For example 3, it's talking about just determining the equation of an image graph after a translation, which just means that the original graph would have just been y equals the square root of x, and now we're going to change that equation to show what the translations were. In this case, the translations are 2 that way and 1 down. So your book always likes to, and math in general, always likes to have a basic formula that we can plug a value into and get the results, so that it's sort of a universal concept. One size fits all sort of thing. So in this case, what they like to do is say, okay, well, I've got my y equals root x, but I'm going to take some value, we'll call it k, and adjust y with it. So they use y minus k like that. Because if you remember, if I was going up, then I would be adding the value on this side, which means I'm subtracting the value on this side. If I was going down, I would be subtracting the value and adding. So I'm basically going to switch the sign. So they use a negative because that's going to switch any sign that you put in to here. And then they have the root sign, which is the function. And because when you change something relative to x, so horizontally, you're going to want it to have it within the function. So they're going to have x minus, and they use h, I guess for horizontal. Why don't they use a v here? I don't know. They just like to keep you on your toes. So what we're going to do here is go, okay, if it's 2 to the right, then that's just a positive value of 2 because that side of the graph is positive. So that would mean that h equals 2. And 1 down is going to give us a k value of negative 1 because it's going down. So now we plug those into the formula. I would go y minus negative 1, because that's my k, equals, I write my square root, x minus 2, because that's my h. So I can just kind of go, that's where the 2 went. I'm not going to leave it like this, though, because I can simplify this one. So my final answer is going to be y plus 1, because minus a negative is a positive, equals the square root of x minus 2. So when we look at the final formula, we see that it's x minus something, so that means it's going that way, which is what we were told. And it's y plus something, which means it's going down, which is what we were told. So you can see in this example how using this basic setup and then assigning the correct values gets us to the equation we want to go to. You could have just done this by doing what we did last time and saying, okay, well, this would have been x minus 2 minus 1, which turns us to plus 1. But when you use this basic equation, it's giving you a setup for the next step, which is going to be complicating it.